Okay, hello everyone. I'm going to go through exercise 1E, all right? And exercise 1E is involving quadratic equations and obviously applying all this into real world context lah. So yeah, let me just go through a couple of questions from you lah, for you. Okay, let's go through question 5. So they say a model of a commemorative structure in the shape of a square-based pyramid, right? Has a scale of 1 is to 100. So the diagram shows one of the lateral faces. So first thing first, what is lateral faces of the model? So basically what they're doing is they are just showing you one face of the one standing face of the pyramid. So if I were to draw it out, okay, I try my best to draw lah. So uh okay, let me okay, let's see. Something like that. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Okay, so basically it's like one of the triangle over here. Okay, and then it's a square base. All right, so this is okay, yeah. Anyway, they were saying 2x is the so this is 2x, right? This is 2x. How I know? Because they say square base pyramid. So that means the base area here is a square. Okay, and then the horizontal or rather the slanted height of this is x plus 5. Okay, so in part 1, what did they want? Okay, in part 1, they say write down an expression in terms of x for the total surface area of the model. Okay, so total surface area is just the four triangles, the four lateral triangles, right? Add up, and then you add the base area. Okay, so base area is what? Okay, we do base area first lah. Also, base area is 2x times 2x lah, right? Which is just 4x squared. Okay, then the four lateral faces, right, is what? It's just 4 times the four triangles lah. 4 times half times base times height. Okay, so this one is just 4x squared plus 20. Yeah. Okay, so the total surface area, right, is equals to 4x squared plus 4x squared plus 20. So this is 8x squared plus 20. Huh? Oh no, it's 20x because x times x. Yeah, okay, it's 20x, sorry. Yeah. Okay, so 8x squared plus 20x. Okay, maybe I do too much shortcut already. Let me just do this again. Okay, so it's just 4 times x square plus 5x. Yeah. Then it's 4x square plus 20x. Yep. So total surface area is 8x square plus 20x centimeter square. Okay, so that's for part 1. Part 2, given that the total surface area of the model is 50 cm square, formulate an equation and show that it becomes that. Okay, so that means, yeah, just equal this to 50 lor. So for part 2, 8x squared plus 20x is equals to 50, right? So 8x squared plus 20x minus 50 equals to 0. So factorize out 2. So 4x squared plus 10x minus 25 equals to 0. Then you divide the 2 over. So 4x squared plus 10x minus 25 equals to 0. Okay, so it's shown. Okay, next one, black in black. Part 3. So they ask us to solve. Okay, very simple. So solve, you can use any method you want. So in this case, maybe I will use, okay, let me see. Let me decide. Okay, bro, I will use quadratic formula. Okay, so 4x squared plus 10x minus 25 equals to 0. So x equals to negative b plus minus square root b square 10 square minus 4 ac. Okay, over 2a. So when you calculate this, my x will be equal to Wait ah. 1.5450 or x equals to negative 4.0450. Okay, so round off, 3SF is 1.55 and the other one is negative 4.05. Okay, so 3SF, 3SF, 3SF. Then the question in part, okay, then part four, part four, they say, explain why one of the solution in part three must be rejected as the length of BC. So of course, we reject this, right? Because reject x equals to negative 4.05 lah, because length of BC cannot be negative, right? Makes sense, the length of something cannot be negative, right? Okay, can. Next part here, part five. Let me use another pink color. Part five over here. Part five. So find the actual floor area that the comment. So remember in the question, they say that there's a scale of 1:100. Okay, so that means let's find out the model first. Okay, the model, so-called the model floor area lah. Okay, so the model floor area is equals to 4x squared, right? So 4 times 1.5450 square. Okay, so the answer here is 1.5450 square. Okay, so it's 9 point. Oh wait, this is in cm. Okay, maybe we should do it another way. Yeah, we should do it another way. Okay, just I need more space. Okay, let me do it another way. Okay, so the length, okay, so length of BC, right, is actually 2 times 1.5450, correct? So this is 3.09 cm. Okay, because the scale is 1:100, right? So that means 3.09 cm is the same as 309 cm, right? So this is the model. This is the actual. How I get 309? Because I take 3.09 times 100. Okay, so this will give me 309 cm, right? And this is 3.09 meter. Okay, so now they want the floor area, right? I just take 3.09, square it, and then I have my answer already. Because the actual length is 3.09 meters, right? So they want the actual floor area, so just square 3.09 lor. So I'll get 9.5481, round up 3SF, 9.55 meter square. Okay, so for part five, the answer is actually 9.55 meter square. Okay, yeah, and this is it for question five. Okay, let's go through question six together. So Wei Ming and Yi Hao started a 10 km hike at 8 a.m. So they started the hike together, 10 km at 8 a.m. Okay, so they started to walk at the same speed, right? X km per hour. So after 2 km, Wei Ming increased his speed by 1 km per hour. So that means this guy tried to be funny lah, Pang Seng his friend lah. So increase his speed by 1 km per hour and then walk the remaining distance at a constant speed of x plus 1 km per hour. So his friend, poor thing, he maintained his speed of x km per hour throughout the hike. So that means obviously Wei Ming will finish the hike faster lah. I also don't know for what lah. Okay, so part one, write down an expression in terms of x for the time taken by Wei Ming to complete the hike. Okay, so you see, Wei Ming complete the hike. Okay, first thing first, for the first 2 km, right? Okay, so part one, for the, let me use other color, red lah. Okay, so for part one, for the first 2 km, how long did Wei Ming take? Okay, so distance divided by speed, right? So for the first 2 km, Wei Ming will take 2 over x, right? Because distance divided by speed gives you time. Okay, that's the timing he take for the first 2 km. Then after that, he left with 8 km, right? So for the 8 km, what is his timing? Okay, so for the 8 km, right, it's just okay. So the next 8 km, the timing is what? 8 distance divided by speed. Now for the 8 km, right, his speed is x plus 1. Okay, so this is the timing for the time taken for the next 8 km. Okay, so what is the total time taken by Wei Ming to complete the hike? You just add up these two law. So it's 2 over x plus 8 over x plus 1. Okay, and this is in terms of hours. Okay, so that's for part 1. Right. Next, for part 2, let's use black. So for part 2, right? So Wei Ming completed the hike 30 minutes earlier than Yi Hao. You see, he punctured his friend, but he only completed 30 minutes earlier. What's the point? Okay, so write down an equation to represent the information. Okay, so that means, okay, so first thing first, Yi Hao take how long? So for Yi Hao, right, his time taken is what? 10 over x, because he cover 10 km using the speed of x km per hour. So distance divided by speed gives you time. So Yi Hao 10 over x hour. Okay, so now let me ask you, Wei Ming completed the hike 30 minutes earlier, right? So which number here is bigger, this or this, right? Because Wei Ming completed earlier, right? So this number here is smaller, right? So that means I can say 2 over x plus 8 over x plus 1 is smaller, right? So I got to plus half to it. Why half? Because half is 30 minutes. Okay, why half and not 30 is because all these are in terms of hours. All right. They say 30 minutes. So if you write 30, then you're wrong already. So you must write half. Okay, because 30 minutes is half an hour lah. Because the equation is going to be based on hours. Okay, so when I plus half to Wei Ming's timing, it will be equals to Yi Hao's timing. All right. Okay, then for this, you can just simplify it. Okay, and then simplify to this equation. So let's do the math. So let me see. Okay, I'll shift this to the right lah. So half equals to 10 over x minus 2 over x plus 8 over minus 8 over x plus 1. Okay, so half equals to 8 over x minus 8 over x plus 1. Okay, so now, okay, I'm going to do it on the right lah, no space already. Okay, so make the denominator the same. So half equals to 8 bracket x plus 1 minus 8x over x bracket x plus 1. So what I nearly did was I times x plus 1 to the numerator and the denominator. Then I times x to the numerator and the denominator. Then I combine them together. So that's why I combine them straight away. Okay, so half equals to 8x plus 8 minus 8x over x squared plus x. Okay, so the numerator can simplify to 8 lah. Okay, so cross multiply. So x squared plus x is equals to 16. So x squared plus x minus 16 equals to 0, shown. Okay, so this is for part 2. Then part 3, okay, part 3. So part 3, solve the equation. Explain why one of the solution must be rejected. Okay, as usual, solve lah. So wait, let me see. Okay, I'm going to solve it using quadratic formula again. Right, so x squared plus x minus 16 equals to 0. So x equals to negative b plus minus square root b squared minus 4ac. Okay, over 2a, right? So my x is equals to, let me just key in the calculator. X is equals to 3.5311, or x equals to negative 4.5311, round off 3SF, 3.53 or negative 4.53. So I need to reject this. Okay, why? Because X cannot be negative lah. Why? Because okay, negative 4.53 is rejected because X cannot X, comma, which is speed, right, comma, cannot be negative. Okay, X speed obviously cannot be negative lah. Right, so we reject this and then our X is actually 3.53 km per hour. Okay, then last part 4. So hence find the time taken when Wei Ming, find the time when Wei Ming finished the hike. Okay, so Wei Ming, time taken. Okay, so time taken by Wei Ming is what? Oh wait, part 5, part 4. Time taken by Wei Ming, right, is actually 2 over this part here in part 1, right? So 2 over 3.5311 plus 8 over 3.5311 plus 1. Okay, let me calculate this. So 2.33197 hours. Okay, so if I change this to hours and minutes, so this is 2 hours and 19.9 minutes lah. Okay, yep. Okay, so that means the time when Wei Ming finish, right? So the time when Wei Ming finish is what? They start at 8, right? So 2 hours later is 10 a.m. So that means it's going to be 10:19 a.m. All right, so that's the time where Wei Ming will finish. All right, okay, so this is it for question 6. Okay, guys, let's do question 8 together. So a tank when full contains 1,500 liters of water. So pump A can fill the tank with a water at a rate of X liter per minute. So every 1 minute goes by, X liter of water is being, contributed to the tank lah. So part 1, write down an expression in terms of X for the numbers of minutes taken by pump A to fill the tank completely. Okay, Ken. So for part one, right? So they want pump A to fill, right? So that means okay, so 1 minute. Okay, so X liter, right? X liters, right? 1 minute. Okay, so they want the amount of time. So that means 1,500 liters, right? You need how much? How many minutes? So 1,500 over X minutes. Okay, so the answer is 1,500 over X minutes. Yep. Okay, can. So part 2. So they say pump B over here. Pump B can fill the tank with water at a rate of X plus 50 liters per minute. So pump B obviously can fill more water, as in like there's more water coming out from pump B lah, as compared to pump A. Okay, so part 2 in black. Okay, so write down an expression in terms of X for the number of minutes taken by pump B to fill the tank completely. Okay, so pump B is what? X plus 50 liters, right? In 1 minute. Okay, so my tank capacity is 1,500 liters. So I take 1,500 divided by X plus 50. Okay, so this is the time taken by pump B alone. Okay, next part 3 in orange. Okay, so pump A takes 30 seconds longer than pump A takes 30 seconds longer than pump B. So write down an equation to represent this information and show that it simplifies to this equation. Okay, so basically, right, they are comparing the time taken for pump A and pump B lah. So pump A takes 30 seconds longer, right? So they are saying that this value is bigger than this value. by 30 seconds. Okay, take note, seconds, this is in minutes. So that means if you convert 30 seconds to minutes, it's half a minute. Okay, and this value is bigger because why? It's longer, right? Pump A takes longer. So that means I can say 1500 over X. Because this is a bigger value, I must minus half. Then it will become the smaller value. Okay? Can, because pump A takes longer, so therefore the type, the number, the value there, right, is larger. So a larger value minus half then gives you a smaller value. Make sense, right? Okay, so now we just got to simplify this to give us this. So basically just you know, shift things around. So let me shift things around. Okay, like that. Then multiply, keep the make the denominator the same. So times x plus 50, then times x, okay, over x square plus 50x, then equals to half. Okay, so now I continue on the right. So 1500x plus, what is 1500 times 50? 75,000. So 75,000 minus 1500x, then over x squared plus 50x equals to half. Okay, so cross multiply lah, right? So 1005x minus 1005x gone, right? So it's just 75,000 times 2 equals to x squared plus 50x. Then I switch things around, x squared plus 50x minus 150,000. Let me see how many zero. Okay, great. Yeah, and then show. Okay, so this is the answer for part 3 lah. Okay, next part 4 in blue. Okay, so part 4, solve lah, right? Giving both your answers correct to two decimal places. So let's solve it probably using quadratic formula lah. Let me see. Yeah. Okay, quadratic formula. So x equals to negative b plus minus square root b square minus 4 times a times c. My c is so huge. Okay, over 2a. So my x is equals to 363.1043 or x equals to negative 413.1043. So they want 2 dp, right? So 363.10. Okay, x is liter, so 2 dp. And then this is negative 413.10 liters, 2 dp. So obviously you got to reject this lah. Okay, so this is rejected because why? You should know why lah. Because I cannot have a like this the rate cannot be negative lah, right? So that's why it's rejected. Okay, so next one, part 5. I don't know whether if I got space. Okay, anyway. So find the time taken for pump B to fill the tank completely, right? Giving your answers in minutes and seconds, correct to the nearest seconds. Okay. So for pump B, right? Pump B is based on part 2. Okay, so this is the time taken for pump B to fill the tank. So it's just 1500 over 363.1043 plus 50. Okay, so this is in terms of minutes. So they want us to count in terms of minutes and seconds. Okay, so just let me key in my calculator this value first. 363.1043 plus 50. So I have 3.63104 minutes. Okay, if I convert to minutes seconds, is 3 minutes and wait and 37.8626 seconds but they want nearer second so 3 minutes and 38 seconds. All right, so it takes 3 minutes and 38 seconds for pump B to fill the tank completely. All right, okay, so this is it for question 8. Okay, guys, this is question 9 of exercise 1E. It's going to be the last question that I'll be going through for exercise 1E lah. Okay, so question 9. So 2 weeks before Nadia went to New York for a holiday, she exchanged 2,000 Sing dollars, okay, into USD lah, US dollars at XYZ money exchange at a rate of 1 USD equals to X Sing dollars. So write down an expression in terms of X for the amount of USD she received. Okay, so she's exchanging 2,000 Sing dollar, right, to USD. So that means it will be something like that. So 9A, so um SGDX is equals to USD1, right? So she's exchanging 2,000 SGD. So that means it's just 2,000 over X USD. Okay, so this is US dollars lah. Okay, so that's for part 1. So part 1, the answer is just USD, right? So I got to write US dollar sign, 2,000 over X. Okay, so that's for part 1. Okay, part 2. So 1 week before her holiday, she exchanged another 1,000 Sing dollar into USD. And then the rate now at ABC Money Exchange is different. Okay, is slightly better because it's not better, it's worse because you need more Sing dollar to change to 1 USD. Okay, so SGD X plus 0.05 is equals to USD1, US dollars 1. Right, so she used 1,000, right? Okay, she need $1,000. So 1,000 Sing dollar, right, is just 1,000 over X plus 0.05. Okay, and then this is like US dollars. Okay, can? So the next part 3. Nadia received a total of US 2,370 from the two money exchange. So just equal this two value to 2,370 log. So 2,000 over X plus 1,000 over X plus 0.05 equals to 2,370. Okay, so yeah, just simplify it to become this value, this equation. Okay, so make the denominator the same. So 2,000 bracket X plus 0.05 plus 1,000 X, right, over X square plus 0.05 X equals to 2,370. I'm going to continue on the right. So expand out and cross multiply. So 3,000 X plus, plus 100, okay, equals to 2,370 X square plus 118.5 X. Okay, so 2,370 X square. Bring everything to the right lah, but write it on the left, right? So 118.5 minus 3,000. So I have minus 2,881.5 X minus 100 equals to 0. Okay, so what did they want? Oh, they want me to divide by 10. So factorize out 10 lah. Okay, so factorize out 10. So 237 X square minus 288.15 X minus 10 equals to 0. Then divide by the 10 to the right hand side of the equal sign. So 288.15 X minus 10 equals to 0, shown. All right. Okay, next one, part 4. So what do they want? Solve. Then give our answers correct to 4 decimal places. Okay, so this one confirm is quadratic formula lah. Okay, so when I do quadratic formula, give me a while. Okay, so quadratic formula, so x equals to negative 288.15 plus minus square root negative 288.15 square minus 4 times 237 times negative 10 over 2 times 237. Okay, so my x2 value is 1.249589 or x equals to negative 0.033766. Yeah, so round off for dp, 1.2496. Okay, so this is 4 dp. This one is negative 0.0338. Okay, for dp. So this one is rejected lah. RE. Okay, rejected. Yeah, because you cannot you cannot change one USD to negative Sing dollar, doesn't make sense. Okay, so that means the answer for part 5, okay, so we move on to part 5. Let me write it in black. So that means for part 5, right, you must use this lah. You cannot use the negative value lah. Okay, so find the exchange rate between Sing dollar and USD offered by ABC money changer. Oh, okay. So ABC money changer is just US dollar 1 equals to 1 point Sing dollar 1.2496 plus 0.05 lah. So US $1 equals to Sing dollar 1.2, wait, 1.2496 plus 0.05. So it's 1.2996. 1.2996. Okay, can? Yeah, I mean, if you want to round up to 3SF, it's also can lah. But because part 4, they tell us give your answer to 4 decimal place. So I will assume that it's fine to leave my answer as 4 decimal place as well. If not, you can also change it to US $1 equals to Sing dollar 1.30 lah. So this is the 3SF. Okay, so this is 4DP. All right, okay, with that, this is it for question 9, and it's the last question for exercise 1E.